Hi, I'm Danny Silk. I'm the president of Loving on Purpose and the author of Keep Your Love On and Culture of Honor. I'm here today to present you with a free webinar that comes right out of our series, People Helping People, starting with the first session, Whose Problem Are We Solving? My goal in this time is really to equip you so that you can walk away with the confidence that you can help anybody with their problem, that you can help get to what it is that's actually disrupting somebody's life and help transform them into another stage of functioning in their life. I've worked with people for 30 years. I've had so many different people helping experiences that whether you are a youth worker, a youth pastor, a pastor of a church, you are a social worker, a professional counselor, maybe you're a school teacher, a coach, maybe you are an HR director, wherever it is that you are, your main job is to work with people problems. I think this course is going to help you a lot. Sometimes we start solving problems from a place that doesn't help. It's not the right place to start. We didn't get off on the right foot. We didn't get the right information. We're looking at the wrong thing. I want to help you start smart and finish strong in helping people. At the same time, I want you to know that if you don't know where the end of your life starts and the beginning of another person's life starts, you're going to get exhausted. You're going to be trying to control things that you don't control. So I want to help you set good boundaries in this series, and I want to help you be in the best shape you can be in to help as many folks that come your way. So be sure to download the study guide in this course and take the assessment. There's an easy 10-question assessment that's really going to help you look into the rest of the People Helping People series and find out what would be most helpful to you. Go get them. I want to talk to you about empowering people, empowering them with the skill and the understanding that it takes to really transform their lives. It starts by knowing whose problem are we working on? Whose problem are we solving? That is not always a given. And so as we move through an issue or a situation, we're going to keep coming back to the idea of whose problem are we working on? Are you working on your problem or am I working on your problem? Because it's not difficult at all to try to get someone to change, and they won't. I mean, if you confront an addict, or you talk to someone who has an anger problem, or you talk to somebody who is trying to work their way out of their relationship, and you ask them, what are you doing? What were you thinking? Why don't you focus on this problem? And they bounce back with, how dare you judge me? And how dare you try to control me? And it's this cycle where they don't even know they have a problem. And so it's key that you work on the problem that you have and you help them work on the problem they have. It's really the difference between you see their problem, and it's very obvious, or do they see their problem? You won't be able to make much progress if you're working on a problem that another person doesn't see. Jesus put it like this in Matthew 7. He said, don't give what is holy to the dogs, and don't throw your pearls to the swine, or they will trample it underfoot and then turn and devour you. This is important to remember because you are trying to be helpful, and you've brought great wisdom to this situation, and they don't accept it as a solution because they don't have a problem. People without a problem don't want your solution. People without a problem, nobody can help them. Jesus can't help you. If you don't have a problem, nobody can help you. And so as I approach other people and my heart is to help, pay attention. Who's got the problem? This is step one. Step one is, do you see a problem or is it just me that sees a problem? One of the best ways I know of to help somebody find the problem is ask great questions. Questions begin to bubble to the surface from the inside out. What do we need to work on here? Job in chapter 38, he's been having a hard time. He's lost everything. All this stuff is happening. He's a righteous man. It doesn't make any sense that his life is just falling apart. He's gone through 38 chapters so far. His friends are all saying, hey, Joe, you know what the problem is here? You know what you need to do? You need to repent. You know what you need to do. You know what you did. You made this mistake back there. Here's what your problem is. And it's not helping. It's not helping. It's not helping. And then the Lord shows up like a whirlwind and says, who is this who darkens counsel with words without knowledge? He's basically saying to Job's friends, it is time for you all to be quiet. And then he says to Job, prepare yourself like a man. Now, Job's, he's having a tough time. Like, prepare myself like a man. I mean, hey, have you read the earlier chapters here? I'm having a hard time. But the Lord is coming to Job like this. He's saying, I'm going to ask you questions, and you're going to answer me. See, if anybody's got a word of knowledge, it would be the Lord, wouldn't it? It would be the God of knowing everything. He's the one who should be able to step in and go, here's your problem. But instead, he steps into Job's life and he says, I'm going to ask questions, and you're going to answer them. I'm going to start a process that causes you to begin to search for an answer from the inside out. And this is how we help people. We help by approaching them with, we have a solution. We even see some problems, but I don't know if you quite understand what the problem is just yet. So when we approach someone, the beginnings of this solution, the beginnings of helping them find that solution, I feel really sad for them. I mean, you've got this big old mess. Oh no, your wife left you. Oh gosh, that's got to hurt so bad. You got to be feeling scared. Oh man, I can hear you. I can see that you're struggling. Oh gosh. I want to make sure that they understand that I'm with them. I don't come in like, yeah, well, of course they did. Of course she left you. You're a jerk. No, I'm sad. I want to make sure that you are disarmed in your defenses. I don't want you to feel like I've come to control you, but in fact, I have come to understand, and I've come to serve. So it starts with first, I feel really sad for you. I come with empathy. I come with an emotional connect with where you are. This is where I'm going to be able to best serve you, is in a position of emotional connection, building rapport. Essentially, I'm coming in and I'm lowering the anxiety by saying, oh my gosh, that must really hurt. You must feel really scared. You're probably feeling rejected. Are you feeling hopeless? I want to know emotionally where to connect with you. And at some point in this back and forth where they say, yeah, I feel so hurt. I feel so scared. I'm so worried she's not going to come back. I now want to slide across the table something that empowers you, something that is going to give you power for your life. I want you to feel like you have what you need. And I'm going to say, what are you going to do? What are you going to do is the power statement that I've slid across the table, and it's going to change your perspective because you've gone from such powerlessness and feeling like such a victim, feeling so emotional, to now we're going to switch it into, what are you going to do? That suggests that you have the power and the ability to do something. After I've given this empowering message of what are you going to do, I want to begin to explore what it is that you've ever tried with this problem. Rarely am I talking to somebody who has never tried to do anything about this problem before. Sometimes, but generally there's an exploration. I can say, what have you tried before in this situation? What have you ever done that has worked? And people they'll look back and they'll go, oh, well, I used to go to counseling with her. She liked that, and it was actually helpful. I just quit going. All right. I'm going to move on at that point to begin to say, I have some suggestions. I'm going to bring some education now. Okay. I'm going to move from exploring what you've done to actually, I have some ideas. And so that's what I'll say. I'll say, I have a couple ideas if you'd like to hear them. So we're moving through this process of empowering them with connecting with them emotionally, suggesting that they have power over their own life, exploring what they've done before, and now I get to talk. We're to the point to where I get to add some pearls because I know I'm talking to someone who's working on a solution. I know I'm talking to somebody who's hungry for a solution. When I say, I have some ideas, would you like to hear them? They say yes. That's the beauty. That's when the little doors on their heart open up and you get to take your pearls and throw them in there. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Well, have you read Keep Your Love On? That's one of my favorites. Have you learned about love languages? Are you aware of the connection you're making with her? Again, there's still questions. My suggestions, my input in your life are still questions because I'm keeping the thinking going with all of my input. All the things that I'm doing to add is to keep the thinking going. We're working on your problem. I'm not working on your problem. We are. I'm helping you work on your problem. And I keep that in mind because if I step away from that and I try to convince you of a problem, then I'm going to be working harder on this than you are because it's actually my problem and my solution. So, have you tried? I was wondering if you've ever explored this. Did you read this? Have you ever talked to this person? There's a YouTube video. Have you watched it? That's what I begin to do. I begin making suggestions that are gold. They are absolutely helpful in you grabbing on and you applying those however you might. Now, I've gone through all my suggestions. I've gone through those empowering questions, and then I'm coming right back to, so moving forward from here, what are you going to do? We've worked through these 5 areas. I've worked through empathy, empowerment. We've explored what you've done in the past. I dropped some education on you, but it's in the form of a question. And then we go right back to empowering you with, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? That is the couch of moving forward with anybody that you've decided you want to help. Over and over throughout the years of counseling people, very early on, we're going to discover whether or not this person wants to solve this problem. I can't even tell you how many times I've used those 5 steps. Leading a child through a problem, leading an adult through a problem, leading an employee through a mess that they've made at work, leading an employer through how to shape the behavior of an employee, an important person they want to keep around, school teacher in a classroom. Over and over and over, I'm going to make sure that these 5 E's are working. And it starts with, I feel really sad. I feel your pain. I'm standing here next to you while we work through this situation. You and I are looking at that problem. What do you see when you look at that problem? Oh, you see the problem. Fantastic. What are you going to do now that you see your problem? What are you going to do? We are looking at the problem. I'm not looking at you. We are looking at your problem. We're exploring. We begin to go, well, what do you think's ever been done? What have you ever done? This is what begins to open them up to feel like I have a support. I have somebody who's here to help me. I don't have a parent. I don't have somebody who's trying to control me. People will try to get you to do that. They will try to get you to be the parent. They will try to get you to come in, tell them what the problem is, give them an assignment to fix the problem, and then watch you try to make them do it. Sometimes we call that discipleship. No. It is, how do I help you see your problem? How do I help you build a plan to execute the solution to your problem while I cheer you on? I'm here to encourage you. That's what I do. I encourage you in applying the solution to your life. Then you come and tell me what you did. You come and tell me how you uniquely took my input, twisted it into a solution that fit your situation, and you own it. Now, you've been filled with the strength and encouragement of being a capable person. You've grown in feeling powerful. This is why empowering people is so successful and why controlling people just creates more work. Parents, don't try to control your children. Learn to empower them. Oh no, What's going on? Wow, you look really scared. I forgot my backpack at school. Oh gosh, you forgot your backpack. What are you gonna do? Is your homework in your backpack? My bag, my homework, but my hamster is in my backpack. Oh no, your hamster is in your backpack. Oh gosh, honey. Oh wow, Spooky is in your backpack. That's terrible. What are you going to do? I don't know. Oh gosh, well, have you ever forgot your backpack before? Yeah. Okay, well, what did you do? I just left it there. Okay. Well, why don't we just leave it there this time? Because Spooky's in there. He's gonna die. It's 108 degrees outside. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, what do you want to try? I don't know. Do you want any help from me? Yes, I need some help. Okay, could we call the school? Maybe it's not on the bus. Maybe it's in the classroom. Yeah, okay, yeah, you call the school. Oh, I know where my backpack is. My backpack's over there. You're looking for your backpack. Where would you find the phone number? And so the child is now searching through Google or wherever they would find the school phone number now. Eventually, they find the school number. They call. The janitor looks in the classroom. It's not there. It must be on the bus. Oh, no, Spooky's on that hot bus. Oh, my gosh. Honey, what are you going to do? There's another problem. I stay with the child through the whole process. I feel really sad for you, and then I empower you with what are you going to do? We look around and see if there's been any practice of this in your life so far. If not, even if there is, I have a couple suggestions, but I'm not taking on your problem. I'm not going to work harder on your life than you do. You're 8 years old. This is a great time to learn about responsibility. We get this whole thing taken care of. I give you a ride because you hired me to take you to the bus barn to go get Spooky, because I only charged you half of what the taxi would have charged you. It's because I love you. We get Spooky. Spooky's in his cage at home. It's the next day. I probably come in and say, hey, you taking Spooky to school today with you? No, I'm not taking Spooky to school with me. Never again. Oh, why not? Because I almost killed him. Oh, okay. Your child learns from the weight of responsibility that was settled on them through your help. Your friend who's having trouble in their marriage learns from carrying the weight of responsibility of the problems they're helping to create. Your employee learns from the weight of the responsibility that you helped them keep while you empowered them to move towards solutions. We help people fix the problems of their life because we didn't take the problem away. We came alongside them while they sorted through the problem. We added strength with compassion. We gave them the message, what are you going to do? Some people don't like that phrase. Some people don't like those words. Some people need to get a tattoo of what are you going to do, because they help so many people. They're surrounded by so many people. They have a gift on their life and helping other people, and so they are going to be called on a lot. We're going to talk in this series about different ways that you manage yourself, you position yourself to be in good shape and to be effective helping other people. We have a call in our lives as believers to love well. We have a compassion in our heart to really serve the people that are closest to us. So stay with us as we move through this series of people helping people. Going forward, I want you to ask yourself these two questions. First, how's my empathy? How well do I listen? 0 being, I'm like a rock, I'm like talking to a rock, to 10, this is one of my greatest strengths. Then I want you to ask yourself, can I be patient for the education part where I begin to say, listen to me? Am I able to actually allow the other person to have the problem before I jump in with all my solutions? be sure to take the assessment and find out where you are in this process. And I hope this was helpful. And we'll see you later.